Pass the Afghan ones around and get real good close-ups. Mongolia, where royalty also wore coral. Anybody with any affluence?
Is that piece here tonight?
This piece is at the show, isn't it? Catherine?
Yes, this will be at the show tomorrow. It's
At the gem show that's going on?
On Friday?
Yeah, it's going to be there. We already set that up, so I couldn't bring them all here. And the same with this, bracelets from Mongolia and centerpieces, pendants, belt buckles, all using, a major cabochon. So what's in these photographs that you're not going to be able to see tonight here will all be at the show. And what's nice about the photographs is that some of them are blow-ups, so you get to see it enlarged, larger than it actually even is. And then Jackie Marsh, who some of you know and some of you don't know, has her designs here, and she works with materials like this. So this is how it starts out, as loose beads. And a lot of the cultures in the Far East don't like roughness because, they do a lot of meditation with their beads, their prayer beads and so forth, and you tend to meditate and philosophize and think and worry and all that stuff with your eyes closed, and you're just fumbling with your beads and feeling them, and you want that feeling to be smooth. And so when they're rough, they fill them in with whatever materials are available, in this case, pitch or tar, which we would think of as having a very low value, but look at the beauty of it, because it creates this incredible contrast with the coral itself. And that enhances the value to them. And in this case, filled in with turquoise. And then a little bit of European influence in these Nepalese pieces, a little bit of Chinese Victorian influence, a little more delicate, not so ethnic. Now this one is here, this Nepalese piece. It's very beautiful. It's right here. It's one of my favorites. It has a gentility to it, a real gentle spirit, and very difficult for me to identify because these pieces look so Algerian to me. And when I first bought it, I just had a hard time understanding where it was really from. But again, these influences from all these people traveling, bringing stuff with them, just everybody influenced everybody. So this is actually larger than it is. And I'm going to pick this piece up. It's a Mongolian piece. Very sweet piece with an ivory bangle and a cow and some coral, and just a lovely piece to wear like that. And you'll appreciate the detail in it, which is going around. And in this case, we have in China an example of an actual branch of coral that wasn't really tampered with very much. It was kind of left intact. And the carver took advantage of the shape that he received it in and glorified it. And that piece, is that piece here? Yeah, that's right here.
Wow.
And I suspect it might be Japanese, but I'm not always sure. And here we have a contemporary design, but made from old shoulder clips of coral and multiple strands of coral. So this is not an original piece. This isn't anything, that is associated with a particular ethnic group, but it was made of pieces. And that's fun to do, and that's not that different from what everyone has done.
Oh, this is pretty.
Did Jackie Marsh do that piece?
I thought you did it.
I think Jackie Marsh did that.
Yeah, I kind of
That's a
did that.
Jackie?
Yeah.
Well, the artist is sitting right there. I like that.
How funny.
And that one I know to be Japanese. That's a pin. Isn't that astonishingly beautiful? the simplicity. And again, taking a piece of coral and taking advantage of the shape that you received it in and the configuration that you received it in to make something altogether different from it.
And how big is that piece?
Pardon?
How big is that piece?
Let me hold it up.
Oh,
It-
wow.
Yeah. And, yeah, there it goes. Let that go around. And of course, coral being so valuable, it was much imitated, like any material that's valuable. Imitated in glass, imitated in celluloid, plastics, some of which are very beautiful also. For example, and some of those are right here. And another example. Isn't that something? Some of you may have some of this.
Yeah, it takes roadshow.
Roaches, bracelets, hair clips, hair combs. And then, of course, North Africa, if you know your geography, and I have placed maps around and so forth, is right there by the Mediterranean. That's the southern part of the Mediterranean is North Africa. So, of course, we associate coral with North Africa. Algeria, Morocco, Tunisia, Yemen, Egypt, all these countries.
Can you talk about the top piece there?
Yeah. Here's a larger image of one of the pieces. That's this piece here, which would have been used as a mock earring. It wouldn't go through the ear, but many tribes wore all kinds of headdresses, wrap their heads in here, and then it would go somewhere in the proximity where the ear is, and it would look as though it were an earring. Yeah, so when I tell people this is an earring, they go, oh, they have such big holes in their ears.